that will take. glory. Lord have mercy. Hello? That's the one you called earlier? Here, let's try this one. Hey, Oren, what's up? It's Clark. Yeah. Let's kick it off. Let's go. Let's get this party started. Do your little kickoff and send it up, and we'll go. Welcome back to the Southeast Region 5 tournament. It's been a crazy day here. Let's catch you up on some scores as the Haynes Glacier Bears beat the Craig Panthers on the boys' side 64-55, and Haynes will advance to play Metlakatla on Thursday, which is tomorrow. My bad. And then up here we have the number 2 seed Petersburg Vikings against the Wrangell boys, and the winner of this game will advance to Friday and get tomorrow off. The loser will play tomorrow at 4:45 against Craig. On the ladies' side in the 2A, Petersburg beating Haynes 67-45 earlier with a 29-point performance from Inez Larson. And then the Metlakatla Mischiefs just knocking off the Craig Lady Panthers 41-36. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Haynes will play Craig, and the winner, Metlakatla, will play on Friday against the winner of Wrangell and Petersburg girls tomorrow, and that will be at 11:30 a.m. as Petersburg cheerleaders out on the floor finishing their routine for their fight song. As we're going to get this rivalry game underway. These two teams played last weekend at homecoming in Petersburg.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the B.J. McGillis Gymnasium at Mt.Edgecumbe High School and the final game of the second day of the best tournament in the state of Alaska, the Region 5 Basketball Championships. Please welcome the visitors on the scoreboard, the Wrangell Wolves. Please welcome the home team on the scoreboard, the Petersburg Vikings. Let's meet the teams. First, for our visitors, for the Wrangell Wolves, your non-starters. He's a 5'9" freshman, number 33, Tyson Mesmer. He's a 5'8" sophomore, number 22, Logan Ritchie. He's a 6'2" sophomore, number 32, Sean Gillen. He's a 6-foot junior, number 4, Hunter Witherspoon. He's a 5'10" senior, number 15, Jean-Luc Lewis. And he's a 5'9" senior, number 20, Stone Guggenbichler. Oh, excuse me, there's also a 5'11" senior, number 24, the co-captain, Kellen Eagle. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Wrangell Wolves. He's a 6-foot sophomore, number 10, Brett Abramson. He's a 5'10 junior, number 23, Skylar Loftus. He's a 5'10 junior, number 34, Trevor Miller. He's a 5'11 senior, number 44, Jacob Hammer. And the captain is a 6'5 senior, number 12, Riley Bletchley. Now let's meet your Petersburg Vikings. First, the non-starters. He's a 6'1 sophomore, number 30, Matthias Volk. He's a 5'7 sophomore, number 0, Aiden Luer. He's a 5'8 junior, number 23, Alex Warhatch. He's a 6'1 junior, number 44, Zephyr Whitehorn. He's a 6 foot junior, number 1, Braden Larson. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Petersburg Vikings. He's a 5'8 sophomore, number 10, Brandon Skeek. He's a 6'1 junior, number 35, Rylan Wallace. He's a 6'5 junior, number 40, Gunnar Payne. The co-captain is a 5'10 junior, number 11, Thomas Durkin. And the captain is a 6'1 senior, number 15, Loudon Sandhofer. Your Petersburg Vikings are coached by Mr. Rick Brock. Your Wrangell Wolves are coached by Mr. Cody Engerman.
Haynes getting a 36-point performance out of one of their players today. I can't remember his name. So here we go. Blatchley will jump it up against Gunnar Payne. Here we go. It's up. Wrangell wins the tip. They get it to Miller. He brings it across, sets it up. Abrahamson on the right wing now. Back to Miller. Double high post. No, they switch that up as Hammer moves out, and they give it to Hammer. Now Miller, they swing it to Abrahamson. Now Blatchley. Miller drives, gets in the lane, hangs, dumps it down to Hammer. Shot up, no good. That's Loftus missed the shot. Petersburg with the rebound. Coming the other way. They get it into Sandhofer. Strong finish inside. Shot is good. Abrahamson quickly the other way. Now to Miller. 2-0 Vikings. They hit Blatchley at the high post. He turns, faces. Backdoor cut by Miller. Stolen away by the Vikings. And they're going to turn it right back over as they try to get Durkin streaking up the left side. So they trade turnovers. 1 minute into the game, 2-0 Vikings. As Loftus brings it all the way up the right side. Kicks out, that's Miller. Gets a screen from Hammer, goes left. Now gives it off to Hammer. Nothing there for him, he gives it back to Miller. Now Blatchley. Blatchley drives. Gets inside, drop step, spin move, off the glass, too hard, rebound to Gunnar Payne. He'll push the other way, Skeek. Now Sandhofer, back to Skeek. Left side to Wallace. Dribble drives over to Skeek. They swing it to Durkin. Durkin kicks back out to Skeek. Now Sandhofer. Skeek nearly picked by Abrahamson. Now Wallace. Bad pass stolen away by Hammer. Quickly up ahead, Abrahamson. Now Miller. They got to get it to Blatchley deep in the post, and they haven't been able to do that yet. Now Abrahamson collects it at the top. Blatchley outside the 3 line. Now to Miller. Miller drives to the free throw line area, kicks it out to Loftus. He drives, lost the handle, had it stripped away. Back the other way, comes Durkin. All the way down, scoops it up, it's good. Thomas Durkin, his first basket, 5:35 to go in the first quarter, 4-0. Petersburg on top. Now Miller. Gets a screen, goes left. Bad pass, turns it over again as he tried to kick it out. Sandhofer, coast to coast the other way, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. 44. Jacob Hammer picks up the foul, and Loudon Sandhofer will be at the foul line to shoot a pair. Shot on the way is good. One more for Loudon. It's up and good, swished. 6-0 Vikings, 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Miller will bring it up. Up ahead to Blatchley. He's going to drive, gets inside, hangs, shot up, good, and the foul. Riley Blatchley was not going to be denied. Went right to the cup, got the hoop in the arm. And he'll shoot the end one. Rylan Wallace will pick up the foul. It'll be his first. Great crowd for this last game. Shot is up and good by Blatchley from the line. 6-3, 5:08 to go. Now Durkin. Skeek. Back to Durkin. Back out Brennan Skeek. They swing it around to Sandhofer. Down in the baseline to Payne. Scoops up and under, no good. Tapped out by Rangel, but Petersburg collects the offensive rebound. Skeek. Durkin. Drives inside. Hangs. Little runner. Good. Thomas Durkin with his second field goal. 8-3 Petersburg. Quickly up ahead, Abrahamson. Drives right. Nearly lost the handle. They'll give it off to Miller. Miller centers it up. Now over to Loftus. He'll fire. Shot's no good, but a foul, and he'll shoot 2. He drove to the baseline, shot about a 12-footer. Brennan Skeek with his first foul. As Loftus misses the first one. They get another one. 4:29 to go in the first quarter, 8-3 Petersburg. Second one no good. Sandhofer rips the board. Gives it off to Skeek, and Brennan will bring it up for the Vikings. Left side, Sandhofer. Kicks out Skeek, thought about 3, didn't take it. Now Wallace drives in, dumps down, Gunnar Payne, nice pass. Easy layup for Gunnar Payne. 10-3, 4:06 to go here in the first quarter. Abrahamson gives it to Miller. Got to find Blatchley in there. Now Miller looking for something. Loftus. So reset. Now Blatchley will turn face, going to drive baseline, gets inside, hang, shot up, good, and the foul. That was a man-sized move by Riley Blatchley. He went right through the double team of Payne and Sandhofer. Sandhofer picks up the foul, his first. And he'll shoot the end one again. Misses the free throw, but rebound Rangel. And Blatchley again, shot no good. Petersburg comes away with it off the other way. That's Braden Larson. Now Sandhofer. He's swinging around to Larson. Now Durkin. Back to Larson. Drives baseline. Looking for Payne inside. Tough catch. Dribbled it off his foot and turned it over. Miller. Crosses over. Jumper. 17-footer. Rattles in. Good. 10-7. 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Petersburg up by 3. Durkin out top. Swings it right side to Sandhofer. They dump it into Payne. Tough catch. And it goes out of bounds off of Wrangle. The double team came and tipped the ball away from Gunnar Payne. So Sandhofer to trigger down on the baseline for the Vikings. Gets it into Larson. Now to Durkin, left side. Looking for something inside. Now Larson. Back to Durkin. Durkin will come out, swing it to Sandhofer on the right wing. Step through. Shot off the glass. No good. Rebound, Wrangle. Miller brings it up the left side. Blatchley's got it. He'll hoist a 3 right there. Too hard. Rebound to Sandhofer. Can't settle for the 3. Durkin. Sandhofer, they swing it to Larson. Into Wallace at the foul line. Has to kick out. Durkin, he'll fire the 3. No good. Rebound to the Wolves. Quickly up ahead to Abrahamson, and a timeout by Cody Angerman. 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick 30-second break and be right back. Welcome back. Wrangle ball, inbounded to Blatchley. Now that's Hammer with it. Gets it to Abrahamson. Abrahamson drives baseline. Hanks had a shot blocked. As Petersburg comes away with it. Durkin dumps it into Payne. Shot up off the glass is good. Second field goal for Payne, 12-7. Here comes Blatchley. Dribbles down, kicks out. Abrahamson, now Miller. Blatchley wants it deep down on the post. Doesn't get it. Now Miller comes out. Blatchley comes out and screens for him. 3 on the way, too hard. Rebound Payne. Forced that one. Durkin pushes the other way. A little runner in the paint. That's no good. Rebound Petersburg. Wallace shot back up. That's no good. Blatchley rips it out of there. And off the other way comes Wrangle. Riley Blatchley, now Hammer. He'll fire the 3 in the corner. That's too hard. And rebound Petersburg. Sandhofer. Durkin pushes it up. Larson, far side to dump to Payne on the post. And he traveled. Subs coming in for the Vikings. Brendan Skeek along with Zephyr Whitethorn. Payne will take a break along with Durkin with 1:06 to go in the first quarter. 12-7 Vikings. Abrahamson will bring it up. He'll set it up. Gets a screen now from Blatchley. Over to Loftus. Loftus dribbles to the free throw line area. Hands off to Abrahamson. He goes left. Gets by his man all the way to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Brett Abrahamson with a strong move. 12-9. And swing it over to Larson. Now back to Skeek. Wrangle in a 2-3 zone. Trying to crowd it up in the middle. Sandhofer to Wallace. 15-footer is no good. Rebound to the Wolves. Miller quickly ahead. 18 seconds to go. Now Abrahamson. 10 seconds. He'll hand off to Loftus. 10 seconds. Gets a screen. Drives right. Lost the handle. It's a Wrangell ball as it was tipped out off the Vikings. 3.8 seconds to go in the first quarter here. 12-9 our score. They set it up. Into Miller. He'll hoist a three. No good. And rebound to the Vikings. And that will end the first quarter with our score 12-9 in favor of the Vikings. We'll take a 1-minute break and be right back. Welcome back. 12-9, start of the second quarter. I got to give a shout out to my friends in Wrangell at Dustin and Kayla's house. There's a whole house full of them there watching on the live stream, supporting the Wrangell Wolves. They keep hounding me, telling me how much fun they're having. Skeek brings it across for Petersburg as they have possession, start of the second quarter. Skeek drives, kicks it off to Sandhofer in the corner. Now out to Skeek. It's 23. I don't have that guy. Skeek. That's 23. He's not in the book. So now Sandhofer drives, hangs, floater. Good. Teardrop floater for Loudon. He's got 6 now. 14-9. Petersburg on top by 5. Now Miller will bring it up. Goes over to Loftus. Loftus drives down on the baseline, turns, has to kick it out. Kellen Eagle, now Blatchley. Abrahamson at the top, goes left. Off the foot of Loftus, but he tracks it down. Goes right, and gives it to Miller. They're really not trying to force it into Blatchley. I mean, he's tough in there in the middle. They need to feed him. Loftus, Blatchley, Miller drives in, kicks out. Loftus for 3. Too hard, rebound, Blatchley. Shot up, no good. And out of bounds off of Blatchley. As the rebound scramble ensued. Durkin comes back in along with Payne and Wallace for the Vikings. Skeek swings it to Durkin. Back out to Skeek. Over to 23. Dumps it down to Payne on the post. Double teamed. Ball, and they're going to whistle a foul. It might be on Kellen Eagle. Yes, that is the call. Not a lot of fouls being called, which is a nice change. Into Payne, out to 23. Far side, Durkin. Into Wallace. Turns, blocked by Blatchley. Wallace got it back. Out to Durkin for 3. Too hard, rebound, Blatchley. Miller up ahead to Loftus. What a pass! And Loftus lays it in and one. Are you kidding me? That was den-in-it. Catch it later on Sports Center. He wound up like a pitcher and fired it in there to Loftus right on the run, and he laid it up for the easy basket, and then he missed the free throw. Miller saved it, but right into the hands of Petersburg. And now Loftus almost stole it. Skeek over to Wallace. One dribble, kicks out. Durkin, they swing it back to Skeek. Now Durkin at the top. 14-11, Petersburg by 3. Now inside to Wallace. Hangs with the left hand. No. Rebound Miller. Swings it to Eagle. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Now back to Miller. Now to Blatchley down in the corner. He'll turn, fire, 17-footer short, but a foul. And that's going to be on Rylan Wallace, his second. And that'll send Blatchley to the line. Blatchley will shoot a pair. And he misses the first one. Peters. And we've got a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a quick 30-second break and be right back. Welcome back as Blatchley steps to the line and makes the second free throw. Cuts the lead down to 2. Skeek brings it up now for the Vikings. Dumps it into Payne inside, has to kick it out. Sandhofer on the right wing. Dribble drives in, kicks out to Durkin on the other side. Durkin dribbles through traffic, kicks it over to 23. Now Skeek, Durkin, fake the three. Now back out to Skeek. Sandhofer, left wing. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Looking for Payne inside, it's not there. They swing it around Durkin. Now over to 23, back to Durkin. Tight zone in there by the Wrangle, not letting him in there. Skeek dribbles down in the corner, kicks out Durkin. Durkin dribble drives to the free throw line area, kicks out to number 23. Now Skeek. Back to Sandhofer. Drives in, lost the handle, and it's off a Wrangle. So it stays with Petersburg. Oh, and they're going to change the call. The officials talked it over, and they're going to change the call. So it's a turnover on Petersburg. Their 5th. And goes back to Wrangle as Miller will trigger. Gets it into Abrahamson. Gets a screen from Blatchley, and Brett will bring it up and gets it across the timeline. Brett loses his dribble now, gets it to Miller. Miller gets a screen. Goes right, dumps it inside, and it looks like Petersburg thought Petersburg might have touched it, but it's a turnover. 5 turnovers apiece. The number's pretty even in this one. All the way across the board, including the score, 14-12 Petersburg. Skeek kicks out Durkin. They swing it into the corner to Larson. Trying to find Payne in the paint. Skeek, Durkin, now to Sandhofer. Double teamed, has to kick it up. Bad pass, stolen away. Stone Guggenbichler into Miller. Shot up, no good, but a foul. Stone Guggenbichler with the steal.
Petersburg fouls on number 11, Thomas Durkin. His first 16 fouls.
Came off the bench, playing tough D, gets a steal. And now gets his teammates a couple of free throws as Miller will step to the line. First one is up and good. Trevor will get one more. 14-13, 3:36 to go here in the first half. Second one on the way is good. So Miller knocks down a pair and ties it up. Skeek to Durkin. Larson Swing it around to Skeek. Now Durkin. Larson. Back to Durkin. Skeek. Into Sandhofer in the paint. Shot up. No good. Missed the easy one. Gets his own rebound. Missed that. And Guggenbichler with the save as Rangel comes away with it. Now Blatchley going to drive baseline. Gets inside. Tough. Missed the layup. Nice move. Back the other way comes Petersburg. Durkin gets inside. Forces it up. No good, but a foul. Oh, man. Blatchley's bumming in there. Made a great move, and the ball just rolled around the rim and spun off on him. And now Thomas Durkin goes to the line on the other end. First free throw's up and good. What a dogfight. Could expect nothing less when these two rivals lock horns here at the Region 5 tournament as Durkin gives Petersburg the lead again, 16-14. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Miller brings it up for the Wolves, goes right, gets by his man, gets inside, hangs, shot, up, no. Rebound, Rangel. Hammer got the offensive board, they kick it out to Miller. Miller looking for Blatchley, not there, needs help, now to Stone Guggenbichler, back to Miller, fires a three, too hard, rebound, Gunnar Payne rips it down. And Durkin pushes the other way, Skeek. Durkin for three, short, long rebound comes off to Stone Guggenbichler. Miller over to Guggenbichler. Now gives off to Hammer. Back to Guggenbichler. Abrahamson. He goes right. It's all the way down in the corner. Spins. Fade away. Short. Rebound. Blatchley as he gets the offensive rip. And now turns it over. Durkin. Skeek. Down in the corner to Larson. Sandhofer out top to Durkin. Now over to Skeek. Larson hangs. Blocked by Blatchley as Rangel comes away with it. Miller will push it up. 1:40 to go in the first half. Petersburg hanging on to a 2-point lead. Miller stops. 17-footer on the way. Too hard. Rebound Larson for Petersburg. Off the other way we come. Durkin. And he's fouled by Brett Abrahamson. It'll be the fourth team foul on Rangel. First on Brett Abrahamson as Loftus comes into the game along with Hunter Wiederspoon. His first action in the game for the Wolves. Hammer comes out of the game. Stone Guggenbichler comes out of the game for Rangel. Sandhofer to trigger. Rangel in a 2-3 zone. Aiden Luer will come into the game for the first time for the Vikings. Sandhofer to trigger. Gets it into Durkin. To Sandhofer, back out to Durkin. Now to Luer. Sandhofer down in the corner, drives baseline, up and under. Strong move, no good. Gunnar Payne cleans it up. Offensive rebound and a putback for him as he's got 6 now for the Vikings as they take a 4-point lead. 1:05 left here in the first half. Loftus gets it to Miller. Miller surveys the court. Looking for something. He's going to drive right. Lost the handle. Picked away by Durkin. Durkin pushing the other way over to Sandhofer. Gets inside. Blocked by Blatchley, but a foul. That'll be the first foul on Riley Blatchley. And that'll send Loudon Sandhofer to the foul line where he'll shoot a pair. He's 2 for 2 on his first trip. First one up and good. One more for Sandhofer as Petersburg now with a 5-point lead. Second one is good. 6-point lead. 42 seconds left in the half. Miller will bring it up. Left side, Loftus, Abrahamson. Now Miller, they swing it around Blatchley. That is Wiederspoon. Now Miller. Miller drives. Needs help. Kicks out. Abrahamson. 14 seconds. Back out to Miller. So reset. Miller goes over to the right side. 8 seconds. They got to do something. Back to Miller. 4 seconds. Drives baseline and up and under. Blocked by Payne, and that will end the first half. With our score 20-14 in favor of the Vikings. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with some first half stats in this one. Thanks, Horn, and welcome back here to the Southeast Region 5 tournament here at B.J. McGillis Gymnasium, Mt.Edgecumbe High School. As we've got a barn burner brewing here. Petersburg on top 20-14 at the half. And Petersburg led in the first half by Loudon Sandhofer. He's got 8 points. He's got 2 field goals. He's 4 for 4 from the foul line. And then 6 points for Thomas Durkin. He's got a couple of field goals. He's 2 for 2 from the foul line. And then 6 points for Gunnar Payne on 3 field goals. Petersburg turned the ball over 7 times in the first half. They had 9 defensive rebounds and 3 offensive rebounds for the Vikings in the first half. Really, the difference is Petersburg was 6 for 6 from the foul line, and Wrangell was 4 of 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They were 4 of 9. So really the difference in this game is the free throw shooting. Everything else is super even. So leading the way for Wrangell is Riley Blatchley. He's got 6 points on 2 field goals, and he's 2 for 4 from the foul line. And then 4 points for Trevor Miller on 1 field goal. He's 2 for 2 from the foul line. And then 2 points for Skylar Loftus on 1 field goal. He's 0 for 3 from the foul line. And 2 points for Brett Abrahamson on 1 field goal. Wrangell turned the ball over 7 times in the first half. They had 10 defensive rebounds and 4 offensive rebounds. So like you can see, like I said, everything's super easy. The loser will fall into a game tomorrow against Craig at 4:45 p.m. The winner will have tomorrow off and play the winner of the Haynes-Metlakatla game on Friday at 4:45 p.m. for the Southeast Region 5 Championship. And the loser of that game will have a chance to battle back through the loser's bracket and get the second berth to state for the 2A teams. And of course, if you're a Vikings fan or a Wrangell Wolves fan, we'll be back here tomorrow again, 11:30 a.m. as the Lady Wolves of Wrangell will be taking on the Petersburg Vikings. And the Wrangell Wolves are the #1 seed, but the young players for Petersburg played extremely well today, and they'll have a shot at the 1 seed tomorrow. So there will be plenty of exciting action from here at the Region 5 tournament tomorrow. Well, we've got about 4 minutes left here in the half. 20-14 Vikings. We're going to take a 4-minute break and come back with third quarter action. We'll be right back. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Orange. Send it up. Thanks, Horn. Welcome back. Set to start the third quarter. It will be Wrangell ball. Brett Abrahamson to trigger it in. Gets it into Miller. Trevor brings it into the front court. Over to Abrahamson, right wing now. Loftus at the top. Back to Abrahamson. They tried to get it down to Hammer. Down in the corner. Payne tipped it out. Still Wrangell ball. Abrahamson, they're making Wallace tuck in his uni as Abrahamson will trigger it in for the Wolves. Into Blatchley. Over to Hammer for three. Good. Jacob Hammer for three. That makes it a three-point game. Durkin out top to Skeek. Swings it to Loudon Sandhofer on the far side. Now Wallace. Skeek, Durkin. Force it into Payne, tipped around, stolen away by the Wolves. Up ahead to Abrahamson, finger roll, no good. Rebound to the Vikings. Durkin gets in trouble, gets it away to Sandhofer. Swings it over to Wallace. Kicks it out to Skeek. Now Durkin. Back to Skeek, now Durkin. Skeek. Swing it around to Wallace. Dribble drives into the lane, lost the handle. Wrangell comes away with it. Abrahamson again. Out on the run, lost the handle, kicked it out, bad pass, turned it over. As they trade turnovers. Sandhofer, right wing, dumps it to Payne, bad pass, turns it over again. Miller spins away from Durkin. Thought about the three, drives in, floater. Shot no good. Rebound Hammer. And he can't hang on. It's going to go out of bounds. So he had the offensive rebound, but then turned it over. And a timeout by Rick Brock, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as the action has been frantic to start the third quarter, but a little bit sloppy. Petersburg with 3 turnovers in a minute and a half, and Wrangell with 2. So it's been back and forth. And one field goal as Jacob Hammer knocked down a 3 to get the scoring started for Wrangell here in the third quarter. I have a feeling this one's going to be a barn burner right down to the end. Everybody hoping to get their money's worth. So Petersburg ball coming out of the timeout. 6:24 to go here in the third quarter. 20-17, Petersburg on top by 3. Skeek up ahead to Durkin, back to Skeek. Wallace left wing. Now back to Skeek. 2-3 zone by the Wolves. Over to Wallace. Force it into Durkin in the paint. Triple teamed, kicks out. Wallace for 3. No good. Rebound, Miller. Strong rebound. And now foul going the other way. That's going to be on Durkin, his first. Miller inbounds to Loftus. Loftus gets it across, drives it down into the corner. Had it poked away by Skeek and out of bounds. Wrangell ball. Into Blatchley at the top. Drives, hangs, 15-footer. Too hard, rebound Miller. And he'll back it out and reset. Now Loftus out to Hammer, now Miller. Over to Abrahamson. Blatchley at the top. Gives off to Miller, fires for 3, swish. Trevor Miller ties it up. Second three-pointer in the quarter for Wrangell. Sandhofer, Skeek. Now Durkin looking for Payne in there. Blatchley keeping him at bay. Durkin has to kick out to Skeek. Tied up. Durkin gets inside, hangs. Scoop, no. Rebound comes off to Wrangell. It's Hammer. Gives it to Miller. Miller brings it up. Over to Hammer. He'll fire the three. Too hard. Rebound Gunnar Payne. And tipped out by Wrangell. It's going to stay with Petersburg. Tied up, 20 apiece. Wallace into Skeek now as they'll bring it up. Larson is checked in for Wrangell. Or Petersburg, excuse me. Now Skeek to Larson. Back out to Skeek. Tough defense by Wrangell as they're turning up the heat. Sandhofer drives, gives it off to Wallace down in the corner. He's going to kick it out to Larson. Skeek at the top. Back to Larson, down in the corner to Sandhofer. Now to Wallace at the elbow. Shot no good. Abrahamson with the rebound. Miller, now Blatchley. Blatchley wants to drive. Gets cut off, gets inside, won't be denied. Shot up, partially blocked. And it's going to be knocked off of Wallace on the rebound by Brett Abrahamson and saved it. It's an offensive rebound. Heads up play by Brett. Inbound play, Wrangell. Get it into Miller. He's going to fire it, forced it up, no good. Rebound Sandhofer. He'll bring it all the way up himself. Gives off to Skeek. They swing it to Larson. Back to Skeek. Now Wallace. Back out to Skeek. Now Larson. Skeek. 3:45 to go in the third. Petersburg still scoreless. Now Skeek for three. Good. Oh, long two. They say had a foot on the line. First field goal for Skeek. Quickly the other way. Abrahamson gets down on the baseline. Kicks it out to Blatchley. Now to Miller. One dribble, fires the three short. And rebound to Hammer. And they'll reset. And they force it into Blatchley, and he's fouled. Sandhofer with his second. 3:17 to go here in the third quarter. 22-20 in favor of the Vikings. Jean-Luc Lewis is checked in for the Vikings, gets it into Miller. Drives in the paint, kicks out. Hammer for three. No good. Blatchley, strong rebound, shot back up, no good, but a foul. And Petersburg needs to box out because Wrangell now has 5 offensive rebounds here in the third quarter and giving Wrangell a lot of extra chances as Blatchley steps up and knocks down the first free throw. Second chance opportunities for Wrangell paying dividends as Blatchley knocks that one down too. It's 4 for 6 from the line now with 8 points. 22 apiece. Skeek over to Larson, back out to Skeek. Back to Larson. High post to Durkin, one dribble, scoops, got it. Quick move by Durkin. 24-22 Vikings. Loftus drives inside, and he's fouled. Payne wanted to travel, but they're going to call the foul on him. Nope, it's going to be on. It's going to be on Braden Larson, his first. They got the call right. Lewis to trigger. Going to get it into Loftus. And the ball down on the ground, tied up, jump ball. And nope, they're going to call timeout. Cody Angerman on top of it, a 30-second timeout with 2:42 to go here in the third quarter. 24-22 in favor of the Vikings as these two Teams very familiar with each other. It's been a fight all day long. Four games in a row on the mic for me. Voice starting to crack a little bit. So it's going to be Wrangell ball coming out of the timeout. Brett Abrahamson will trigger. Looking to get it in to Blatchley at the top. Thought he was going to shoot it, now drives, hangs, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, had it taken away. Near steal by Hammer in the backcourt. Skeek gets it across. Now Wallace. Back out to Skeek. Larson. Now Durkin. Back to Larson. Skeek. Wallace. Now Skeek at the top. They swing it to Larson on the left side. Down to Payne. Up top Skeek. Three this time. Short. Long rebound comes out to Skeek. And nearly stolen away by Abrahamson. Larson gets it back. Skeek dribbles into the corner, kicks it back out to Durkin. Now to Skeek. 1:45 to go here in the third quarter. Now to Durkin at the high post. One dribble, kicks it out to Wallace. Had a little trouble, got it back though. Skeek. Now Wallace, left wing. One dribble, skipped over to Larson. Drives in, hangs, blocked, but a foul. No, traveled. Kellen Eagle checks in along with Skylar Loftus for Wrangell. Miller gets it into Blatchley at half court. Back to Miller. Up ahead to Abrahamson. Stops. Three-pointer on the way. Swish! Brett Abrahamson drops in the three. Third three-pointer of the quarter, and Wrangell takes the lead. I believe it's their first lead of the game. Wallace backs it out. Skeek, 25-24 Wrangell. Now Durkin turns, one dribble, dumps down to Payne underneath. He can't buy it. Miller with a rebound. Up ahead to Loftus. Loftus drives it in, loses the handle and turns it over. And then knocked out by Kellen Eagle. Sandhofer comes into the game along with Matthias Volk. Gunnar Payne's going to take a break with 55 seconds to go here in the third. 3 3-pointers now in the third quarter for Wrangell. Wallace, Durkin, they swing it to Larson. Now Volk, back out Durkin, they swing it to Sandhofer. Sandhofer drives baseline, knocked down his man, blocked by Blatchley. As Miller comes away with it. 32 seconds, Miller drives into the corner. Nothing there, kicks out Abrahamson, fakes the three. Drives in, needs help. Gets it off to Miller. 20 seconds, Miller goes left. Step back, long deuce, swish. Trevor Miller, as he's got 9 now. 28-24 Wrangell, 10 seconds to go in the third. Durkin, nearly stolen by Loftus, but they're going to whistle him for a foul. First one on Loftus. First team foul here in the third quarter. 6.3 seconds to go. They get it into Durkin. Kicks it over to Larson for three. Short. Gets his own rebound, throws it up at the buzzer. It's good. Braden Larson makes it a 2-point game after three. 28-26. Wrangell will be back in 1 minute. Welcome back. It's going to be Petersburg ball to start the fourth quarter. Oh, I was wondering about that because the points weren't adding up and they changed the scoreboard. It's only a 1-point lead, because that's what I had in my book was 27-26, and they changed the score there after a quarter. And it just wasn't adding up. So it's 27-26, a 1-point game. Wrangell lost a point there as they added it up after the quarter. Braden Larson, Sandhofer. They swing it to Wallace. Now Durkin gets inside, scoops, no good, gets his own offensive board. Blocked by Blatchley that time, but they're whistling him for a foul. And Durkin will go to the line. He's got 8 points in the game. Second foul on Blatchley. First free throw by Durkin is up and good. Ties up the game here. Second one is good. Petersburg back in the lead, 28-27. Into Abrahamson, over to Blatchley on the run, gets inside, hangs, shot up, no. Rebound, Sandhofer. Durkin quickly up ahead to Larson. Skipped over to Sandhofer, into Payne on the post. Miller, double team. And Payne just throws it up and it goes. Didn't really have a great angle. Miller the other way, scoops it up, no good. Knocked out by Sandhofer. No, they're gonna say off of Peters. They're gonna say off of Wrangell. Boy, it sure looked like Sandhofer knocked it out. Larson, bad pass, stolen away by Wrangell, but then tied up as the ball was on the deck. And it's gonna go to Wrangell. 30-27, Petersburg up by 3, 7:03 to go in the game. Brandon Skeek comes back in for Braden Larson. Miller. Over to Abrahamson. Back to Miller. They swing it to Loftus. And he steps through, and a foul. Going to be on Payne. I believe that's Payne's first. I got him for only one. That's his second, I guess. I missed one. Abrahamson to trigger. Into Blatchley. They swing it to Eagle. Down to Abrahamson. He can't hang on. Slipped on a wet spot down there, maybe. Fifth turnover of the second half on Wrangell. 6:45 to go in this game. 3-point lead by the Vikings. Skeek, left side, Wallace. Now Durkin drives. And a foul. I believe that's going to be on Blatchley. Durkin will go back to the line. Third foul on Riley Blatchley. Durkin, free throw, no good. He'll get another one as Hammer comes in for Eagle. One more from the line for Durkin. Shot is up and good. He is 5 of 6 from the foul line in the game, has 11 points now. 4-point lead. Abrahamson with it. Hands off to Loftus. Now Miller, they swing it to Hammer. Now Blatchley at the top. Drives, hangs, shot off the window is good this time. And he's in double figures with 10. 2-point lead for the Vikings. Skeek over to Wallace. Kicks out to Skeek. They swing it to Sandhofer. Now to Wallace in the paint. Has to kick out. Skeek back to Wallace in the paint. Spins. Traveled. As he slipped in there. Rick Brock working the sidelines for the Vikings. Abrahamson quickly ahead to Blatchley. Down in the corner, Hammer for three, good. Jacob Hammer with his second three-pointer, and Rangel back in the lead of this seesaw battle. 1 point lead for Rangel. Skeek, now Wallace, back to Skeek. Left side, Wallace. Out to Skeek, they swing it to Sandhofer. Drives baseline, spins, loses the handle, but came right back to him. Got it, took it up strong and finished. He's got 10. Back to a 1 point lead for Petersburg. What more could you want from a game than this one? Back and forth we go. Hammer, now off to Miller. Over to Loftus. Blatchley at the top. Now Miller at the top, gets free, 17-footer. Too hard. Rebound Petersburg. Sandhofer quickly ahead. Durkin is going to drive baseline. Pushed up. Step back two. No good. Rebound Abrahamson. Abrahamson brings it up. Looking for something. Loftus spins away from trouble. Gets inside. Scoops it up. No good. Rebound Petersburg. Quickly up ahead to Skeek. All the way down. Lays it up. It's good. Brennan Skeek. 3 point lead for the Vikings. 4:33 to go in this game. Miller brings it across. Goes left side. Off to Abrahamson. Abrahamson drives down the right side. Backs it out to Hammer. Blatchley was open. They didn't find him. Now Loftus. Loftus all the way to the hoop. Scoops it up. It's good. Skylar Loftus. Back to a 1 point game, 35-34 Petersburg. Tipped away by Abrahamson, but right to Wallace. Now Sandhofer kicks out Skeek, swings it to Wallace. Now back out to Skeek. Now over to Sandhofer. Drives baseline, loses the handle. Ball tipped around into the hands of Payne, blocked by Blatchley. But Wallace comes up with it. Skeek with it. Scrappy D on both sides. Now Wallace drives baseline, and what a clear out by Payne. I think, no, oh, they're going to count the basket. It's on Hammer. Boy, it looked like Gunnar Payne had just cleared the lane of Riley Blatchley. I guess they didn't see it as they were jousting in there. Left the lane wide open for Rylan Wallace, and he makes them pay with a 3 point play. 4 point lead, 3:30 to go in this game. Miller with it for Rangel. Big screen from Blatchley. Miller goes right, step back three on the way. No good. Blatchley pulls the rebound, finishes strong on the offensive putback. Riley Blatchley with another hoop, 2 point game. Skeek, Sandhofer. Goes into the right corner. Now to Wallace, right in the middle. Blocked by Blatchley. And Miller tracks it down. Quickly up ahead to Blatchley. Off to Abrahamson. Shot off the window. Too hard. Abrahamson went down. A lot of contact. Now Durkin going the other way. And he lost the handle, but right to Wallace. Shot up good, and the foul. And that was a total broken play. The ball came loose, and it just happened to land right in the hands of Rylan Wallace. He went up strong, finished the shot, and gets the and one. And we've got a full timeout, so we'll take a quick 1 minute break. Welcome back. 2:48 left on the clock. A 4-point lead now for the Vikings, 40-36. And Rylan Wallace will be going to the line for the and one. So we're trying to get everybody situated in the paint there as Rylan at the foul line for the and one. Shot is up. Spins off, no good. Blatchley gets the rebound. Gives it off to Miller. 2:45 to go. Over to Loftus. Kicks it out to Abrahamson. Now Miller over to Hammer. Now Blatchley. Drives it down, spins in the lane. Shot up, rolls out. Rebound to Loftus. His shot won't fall. And Durkin comes away with it. He's pushing the other way for the Vikings. And they're going to call a carry, and he's going to turn it right back over to the Vikings. Now Loftus. Miller will bring it up. Gets it across the timeline. Goes to the left side. Abrahamson at the top. Now to Hammer. Drives baseline, spins out. Now to Miller. Gets a screen from Blatchley. Blatchley was open. Miller stops and goes again. Rebound Miller. He gets the offensive board. Needs some help. Gets it out to Abrahamson. And he'll fire the three. Short. 1:44 to go. Down 4. Skeek with it. Now Wrangell's going to probably have to foul here. They've only got 5 team fouls. Petersburg's just going to burn clock. Sandoffer. Oh, elbow to Abrahamson. The ref didn't see it. That should have been a foul. And now Wrangell steals it away. Miller, coast to coast, all the way down, scoops it up, no good, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Sandoffer swung his elbow and hit Abrahamson right in the face. And if it was college ball, they'd go to the review. It'd be a flagrant foul. I mean, that would have been a flagrant foul for sure in college. You whacked him right in the nose as Miller knocks down the first free throw, and he'll get another one. 1:19 to go. 1 possession game now, with Miller who has 1 more free throw here. Shot is up and good for Miller. He's got 11 now. Skeek, push it up, gets it across. Nowhere to go. Nearly stolen, tipped into the backcourt. Durkin gets it back. Larson, about a minute to go. 40-38, Petersburg on top by 2. Larson, Skeek. Wrangell needs to foul. Work on the time management. To Durkin at the high post. Tried to force it inside, got it back, luckily. Skeek. Now over to Sandoffer. And foul is whistled on Wrangell. Trevor Miller, his second. So 1-1 on the next one here. 48 seconds to go. Petersburg gets it into Skeek. Oh, Rick Brock. Timeout. What a save as Skeek was headed for the backcourt. And we'll take a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back. 45.9 on the clock. 40-38 in favor of Petersburg. And Petersburg has possession. And they're going to force, each team has 6 team fouls, so 1-1 on any foul for either team. And Petersburg's going to make Wrangell put them on the line. Inbounded to Skeek in the backcourt. Gets it into the front court. Gets away. Now to Durkin. Back to Skeek. Skeek's got it. Now to Durkin at the high post. He's going to drive. And a foul on Loftus. Good foul. 36.3. Plenty of time left. So Durkin will be at the line. Not sure that was the guy you wanted to send to the line. 1-1. Thomas Durkin eyes it up. Shot on the way is good. 3-point lead as Cody Angerman now is going to call timeout for Wrangell. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back. So Durkin with one more at the foul line coming here. 3-point lead for the Vikings. The winner gets tomorrow off. The loser's got to play, and they got to play Craig and fight their way back through the loser's bracket. So Durkin. Second free throw is good. Oh, violation. Durkin went over the line. Petersburg fans didn't like the call whatsoever. So one possession game. Loftus brings it across. And now a timeout by Cody Angerman. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a one more 1 minute break and be right back. Welcome back. As it's going to be Wrangell ball. 34.3 on the clock, and the Vikings up by 3. The Wolves have a few three-pointers in this game. They got guys that can knock them down. See what Cody Angerman has drawn up. Miller over to Abrahamson. Now Loftus, back to Abrahamson to Hammer. Oh, bad passes. Hammer just throws it away as he just went to make the pass without looking. Thought his man was going to be somewhere that he wasn't. Inbounded to Skeek, and he is fouled by Abrahamson in the backcourt. So Brendan Skeek now will go to the line for a 1-on-1. Collective groan from the Wrangell fans in the house. Free throw by Skeek is up and good. And that makes it a 2-possession game with 23.6 seconds to go. 42-38. Vikings on top. Next shot. Short. Rebound Wrangell. Blatchley's got it. He'll push it up. Scott Hammer, but he's just going to drive it in. Misses the shot. Goes back up strong with it, and he's fouled. 12.9 to go. Riley Blatchley's going to shoot 2. He's 4 for 6 from the foul line in the game. He's got 12 points. Gotta have him. First one, no good. One more for Blatchley. Shot is on the way, no good. Rebound, Gunnar Payne. And Payne is fouled. 10 seconds to go in this one. And it looks like Petersburg's gonna get the day off tomorrow. And the Wrangell Wolves are gonna be playing at 4:45 against Craig. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound Wrangell, Miller. Deep 3, not a good look. And Petersburg comes away with it, and they're gonna get the victory 42-38 over the Wrangell Wolves. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with a final wrap up of this one.